closing from what has been an absolute magnificent journey here in Geroge for a week. We've had snowfall, we've had rain, we've had sunshine, and on the final day here today, we're at the top, one of the highest points of Utenikwa Pass to finish off what has been an incredible week. We've experienced both sides of Ducati, the sporty side of Ducati, of course, with the brand new Streetfighter V4, including this one and only, probably in the entire world, Bumblebee edition that the team from Ducati South Africa have created. This is the S model, and it's been thrown with about 200,000 Rand worth of accessories. So from the full acro, double acro pipes to all the Razoma Ducati official bits. So this is going to be the showcase bike for Ducati, what you can do with Street Fighter. Tested the Ducati Street Fighter V4 a couple of weeks ago out on track and loved it. It was perfect on track. It was a super bike without a fairing. It's exactly what we wanted from Ducati. Bring out a naked bike, take the fairing off your V4R, your V4 street bike, and bring out a naked bike. And that's exactly what they've done. But I was a little bit worried that harshness, that rigidity, that aggression that was perfect out on track wouldn't really translate to the road. And the team from Ducati South Africa invited myself, along with a couple of their clients, to come up to Geroge and experience Utenikwa Pass and Meyringspoort and all the fabulous passes and roads that they've got up here in the Western Cape for the first time. Especially in my case, this was my first time experiencing Geroge, Knysna and all the roads here. And I was a little bit worried with Street Fighter that it was just going to be too aggressive, it was going to be too harsh, it was going to just try and eat up these roads where you've got to be smooth on the road. You know, me as a track rider sometimes gets too aggressive, too on, off, stop, start, and don't get the road riding right. But I can honestly say that the Street Fighter V4 impressed me. It really did impress me. It was so smooth. You know, you always say on road riding you find third gear and you ride in that sweet spot. The V4, especially with the 19% extra power up here, just was in that sweet spot all the time. I kept it third gear, stock standard gearing, third gear, and it was just there. When it went down and I asked for power, it gave it to me. When I was high up, it just kept revving. This thing just revs for days. And that's the big advantage of Street Fighter, is that RPM, how much RPM you have. We also had the Kawasaki ZH2, which is just stupid fast. I can't explain to you how much power that ZH2 has and how much boost and how much punch that motorcycle has. It's phenomenal. It walks away from a Street Fighter. It walks away from most superbikes as a naked bike. But the pros of the supercharger is all that power, but the cons are that it's a very heavy bike, and flicking it left to right fast really did it wasn't its cup of tea. It really did battle, and the front end was floating quite a bit. Just unsettled us a bit. The V4 Street Fighter has this very direct feeling on the front end. It just feels like you can put it wherever you want, and you kind of one with that front end. ZH2, there was a little bit of a disconnect with that front end. Everything kind of felt more to the back. So a little bit of setup, and that will help that. But again, that extra 40 kilos on top of a Street Fighter V4, you could feel it, especially jumping from one bike to another. Nevertheless, ZH2, stupid fast. I can't explain to you how fast that motorcycle is. Out on the open road, the smooth delivery of that supercharged 1000cc engine was sublime. The comfort levels were sublime. It was literally just those fast, especially when we got to Meyringspoort and it was flicking left to right fast. Kind of Street Fighter had a little bit of an edge over it, but truly phenomenal roads, truly phenomenal experience. And then on top of the sporty side of Ducati and the Green Mamba Kawasaki, we got to experience something I actually haven't experienced a lot of, and that is Ducati Scrambler. A sports bike rider like me looks at Scrambler and goes, well, what's the point? I'm 38 years old, I'm not on my deathbed yet. What could I possibly want with Ducati Scrambler? We had the 800 Roland Sands edition Scrambler, we had an 1100 Special, we had a Desert Sled Scrambler, and we went out and we took these unusual routes. We took the routes that you wouldn't normally take on any kind of bike. Back roads, we took these shortcuts through farmlands, through gravel roads, through dirt roads, and we landed up from Geroge in Knysna, and we obviously some long road riding thrown in. A little bit where the Scramblers struggle is out on the long open road, but you can still do it. But that, just taking the the different journey, just taking that different way to get places and enjoying it and not feeling intimidated by it, I think is the big factor with Scrambler. Is you're not on a big heavy adventure bike that you can do it on. You're on this motorcycle that just wants to play as much as you do. It really did. And I spent the whole day on the 800 Roland Sands edition, and then some of the other guys, the team from Beam Productions, Marley and Brandon from New Human, swapped between bikes, and we all just thoroughly enjoyed the day. The Scrambler experience is just the lighter side of motorcycling. It's the enjoyable. I mean, this is enjoyable, but it's got that crazy factor. It's got that, you're pushing the boundaries, you're testing the limits factor, which can sometimes just, get you on edge. With Scrambler, it's just about enjoying the ride. It really was. And listen, the Geroge ride and riding to Knysna and this kind of scenery, being here for a week, kind of just sold the whole motorcycle experience, whether it's Ducati or anything. It just sold motorcycling to a T. But again, a week like we had here, where we've experienced everything from snow, sleet, rain, sunshine, and the atmosphere and the people we've had together, it just sells motorcycling. It sold motorcycling perfectly, and I want to do more of this. I really do want to do more of this. I'm very much a track day rider. Send me to Red Star with a superbike, and I'm smiles all day. I really did think I was going to come here and kind of had to just, lick arse and, smile and play the game. I've now left here really enjoying myself, and I've actually left here booking 3 times a year. Myself and the team from Beam Productions are going to hop in a van with some bikes, drive down here, and we're going to capture video and pictures like never before. So I hope you enjoyed the digital mag feature that we did. I hope you enjoy all the video. It's as unscripted as you could possibly get. All the interviews that you've seen prior to this, we've literally just shoved cameras in people's faces to get that experience. And I think everyone's been soldier. So I think it's time to head back down the pass. We're going to load some bikes, and we're going to enjoy a last supper here in George and the good company that we've had. And again, there's people just hooting. Motorcycling, let's get motorcycles on roads, man. This is the way to do it. The top of Outeniqua Pass with Glenn. Now, Glenn, you've been labelled Mr. Scrambler for some reason. Why do you have this Mr. Scrambler ambassador name?
Well, Rob, 8 months ago, Jos Matthijssen gave me a multi-strada to ride down from Joburg to George, which I did very happily, and the following day he said, yeah, we're just going to go up a little pass which is behind me in the background, Montague Pass, on a little bike called the Ducati Scrambler. And I got on this thing and we went off-road up the Montague Pass and down the other side, then to Oudtshoorn and back down Outeniqua Pass, and I just fell in love with this bike. It's an easy bike to ride, plenty of power, and if you're looking for freedom in motorcycling, this is it. The Ducati Scrambler. It can do anything, whether a little bit of dirt or beautiful passes like the one we're on. It's just a brilliant bike.
Brandon and Marley from New Human, I love how you guys are just enjoying your marriage, enjoying being loved, and you riding motorcycles. Now, Brandon, as yours calls you, the gorilla, big guy, you've got the sporty side of Ducati, but you've also got the soft side of Ducati. How did you get into this whole Ducati experience?
Yeah, Rob, it's first of all, it's an incredible journey. The Ducati family is amazing. What an incredible group of people, loving life, loving the journey. We started off on other bikes. We sort of went into some research over Ducati and met the owners, and obviously just fell in love with the brand. Yeah. Brilliant brand. We're on the Outeniqua Pass. It's incredible. I can honestly tell you. We started off on the track. I've got my V4R, and then investigated a little further. Picked up one of these beautiful bikes. Love it. Absolutely incredible motorbike. And then for my beautiful wife, she's on the Cafe races.
Yeah, you got your own bike. You got a couple of your own bikes.
Yeah, I've got my 959 for the track. I love doing the track riding as well, and then to do the nice cruises down to George and so forth. We're doing the Scramblers. It's great fun.
So you got your Cafe racer. It kind of fits into the whole husband-wife, loving life vibe. And definitely. I was saying before, Ducati had a 916 and a Monster. That's all you can buy. Right. They got this whole range now, and a guy like you, the sporty side, want your V4R power on track, got your Streetfighter for the beautiful roads here. But then again, you bang your kind of chilled stuff on. hop on your cafe races and you go explore.
Go explore and have fun, yeah.
Best of both worlds, to be honest.
I think it's important for all the couples out there that are afraid of motorbiking. You can do it as a couple,
Yeah.
and it's an incredible thing, and it's an incredible fun and enjoy. It's a great family time to spend together, and if you do it carefully and you do it the right way, it can be one hell of a trip.
Yeah.
And we know how good the V4 is on track.
Yeah.
Street Fighter just been launched here. I was worried. I tested it on track. I brought it to the road here. Yours said come ride these roads in George somewhere where I thought it had a population of 3 people, but it translates really well to the road, the Street Fighter.
I'm incredibly surprised because I haven't been on track with it, but obviously racing the V4R, when I jumped on this year, it's incredible. I've never in my life ridden anything that comes close to this bike. It is a phenomenal piece of machinery, unbelievable power, unbelievable handling, just incredible.
And Marley, you did over 300 Ks on your cafe racer yesterday on the roads, handled it like a true pro, didn't try and go out of your limits, respected the road. How is a cafe? I mean, cafe racing is not supposed to do 300 Ks.
It was the most comfortable ride I've ever had, ever. And it was just so smooth and it handled so beautifully. I could go for another 300 Ks, I must be honest. It was such a smooth ride. A car won't come even close to that.
Well, there we go. Thank you, Brandon and Marley. They were created from a test tube, as you can see, and they are the perfect ambassadors for Ducati. But let's go enjoy more of this gorgeous day in George.
Thank you very
Rob.
much. Thanks, Rob.
Team. Appreciate it.